we're joined this afternoon by psychotherapist and author Elliott Connie. His latest book is called Change Your Questions, Change Your Future.
I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you for being here. This book is all about changing your internal conversation.
Yes.
So what is that, number one, and number two, why is that important?
Well, it's incredibly important. Like, as a psychotherapist, we often talk about like your self-talk, like how you talk to yourself. But what we don't often recognize is the questions you ask yourself play a significant role in determining the reality that you experience. So if you want to have a different future, you have to change the kind of questions you ask yourself. You have to ask yourself questions that make your dreams a reality. You have to ask yourself questions that communicate you believe in yourself. You have to ask yourself, what if something works out versus what if it doesn't work? You have to ask yourself, why not me, as opposed to why me? And if once you do that, your whole life is completely transformed.
Give me your book now. I'm already sold. But you speak
It's
a
already
lot.
sold out.
Oh, I know. That's the only way we don't have a copy ourselves. But you speak a lot about family dynamics, and
Yes.
we're mothers. We've got mothers and grandmothers and aunts and uncles watching us right
Yes.
now. Kind of speak to those parents, and what advice do you have to be more present with your kiddos?
The number one advice I have for parents is it's your job to prepare your children for their transition into adulthood, not yours. So for example, like I turned 18 in 1994. The world is completely different now than it was in 1994. You have to recognize that these kids need new skills, they need new ways to address themselves, they need to have different ways to feel good about themselves. And we do things to kids and we don't even realize that we're parenting as if like they're going into adulthood in 1994 instead of going into adulthood in 2025. So just think really hard about like, what does my kid need and what skills do they need in the world that they're entering into? Because it's a very, very different world than the world I entered into.
That is interesting. And you've also said a quote that has been met with some controversy.
Most of my quotes get met with.
But let's unpack that, because I think once you provide context, people understand. It's like a reframe. So you have said before that kids should disrespect their parents. Unpack that. No, unpack that for us. And why should they?
Because you want to raise confident kids. And as parents, we confuse obedience with respectfulness. And if I want to teach my child that they matter and that they're valuable and their opinions matter, the first place they practice that is on their parents. So when you ask your child a question like, will you turn off the video game? They're going to be like, but I don't want to. And as parents, we think they're being disrespectful and we want to stop them being disrespectful. But what they're doing is they're practicing using their voice. And if you want to raise a child that's going to advocate for a raise in adulthood, that's going to stand up to peer pressure when someone asks them to use drugs or alcohol, you want them talking back to you so that they can talk back to the other people later on in their adult life. It's not disrespect, it's literally practice. And we have to change the way we view that.
Well, so how do you, real life situation, how do you handle that then? If you're saying it's okay for them to talk back, the little bit of disrespect is okay, how should I handle that as
well? I would never say that to my child.
Okay, right?
What I would say is that gives the opportunity for you to have a conversation about, I understand that you love playing video games, and I understand that you want to continue playing video games, but I am the authority and you have to obey my rules because this is my job as your mom. Instead of saying, you're disrespecting me and stop doing that, because the child won't really understand that. They're just saying, but I would rather play video games than do the dishes.
Yeah.
Right? That's a reasonable response.
Plus, you just gave them a voice.
Right, and it's our job to say, I hear you and I value you, but my job is to make sure you go to school tomorrow without being tired. So I need you to turn off the video game so you can go to bed, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
That's powerful. I do. I think that mutual respect, I think, is important for kids. Really quickly, I think we have less than a minute left. I feel like we could talk to you all hour.
Forever.
You developed a therapy called Solution Focus. Can you tell us about that?
I didn't develop it, but I evolved it.
I like that. Evolved it.
It's called Solution Focused Brief Therapy, and it's a form of therapy that asks people about their desired outcome to be the focus in the therapy instead of the problem. Most of the time when people come to therapy, we ask them, in essence, what's wrong with you? And then we spend the whole therapy trying to fix them. But in this approach, we ask people, what are you hoping will change? And we have a conversation about helping to achieve that hoped for change.
I know.
You're taking patients.
We need to
Yes.
give us the book. We need to get the book. When is the book going to be available?
The book is available now. It's sold out many places, but you can order it.
Okay,
Amazon is amazing. They'll deliver it literally next day.
Awesome.
It's called Change Your Questions, Change Your Future, and it will change you.
I love it.
Amazing. Thanks for making time.
No, thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys so much.
Elliott Connie,
you.
thank you.